Okay, I'm going over my Venture, and I mentioned when I installed these tires in 2022, 2 years ago, that I would do an update on them as they wear. Now I measured the front tire. The brand is it's Kenda tires, and it is made for a heavy motorcycle, which this is. And they're relatively inexpensive when you compare them to the best, like a Michelin or a Dunlop. But anyway, the reason I went with the cheaper tires is because of the cost, of course. But I thought, why put tires on that aren't going to wear out for 10 years? They'll develop dry rot cracks before I wear them out. So why not put tires on that may only last me 5 years? And that way I'll have fresh tires every 5 years instead of 10. Well, the tires I took off of this were Dunlop Elite 3s, and they still had tread on them. I have a video about them. As a matter of fact, the front tire still had 3 millimeters of tread left on it, but the tires were like 9 years old and 12 years old or something like that. They were pretty old. They were full of dry rot cracks, which I show in my video. Okay, so I thought, well, instead of having tires that are going to last so long they're going to end up dry rotting, I'll put on tires that will wear out faster, but they'll still be relatively fresh, if you get my drift. Anyway, so I put these tires on. I put the front one on it had 3 millimeters of tread depth. And when I measured them today, they had 2.5 and 2 millimeters of tread. 2 millimeters on the left, 2.5 on the right. Well, why is that? That's because roads are curved, just like this windshield, for water drainage. And when you're going straight down the road is it's falling away on the right side here in the United States, where we drive on the right side of the road. So when you're going straight, you're riding on the left side of the tire slightly. That's why the left side of your tires wears out first. Okay, now that was 3 to start with, and I am at 2 millimeters on the left and 2.5 on the right. So I lost 0.5 millimeter of tread depth on the right side of the front tire, and I've lost 1 millimeter on the left side of the front tire. And the rear tire was 7 millimeters thick when it was new, and right now, about an inch over from center, I'm at 5.5 on the right side, and I'm at 4.5 on the left side. Right. So I lost 2.5 millimeters of tread on the left and 2 millimeters of tread on the right. So that's how, and that is in 3,200 miles. I haven't been putting a lot of miles on my bike because I was riding my Kawasaki Z400, which I have since sold, and because I bought that Honda NT700. But anyway, right there. But anyway, that's my tire update. I haven't had any flats. They give a great ride. No wiggle wobble like when you let go of the handlebars at speed. I am pleased with these tires, especially with the ride and the price. So that's where the Spike is right now with tire wear. I'm satisfied. So that's my Kenda Cruise, Kruz tire update. I'll see you there.